someone that you think about at Fort William, isn't he?
Yeah, I agree totally. Here's an interesting one for you.
Go on.
And I'd love to hear from people in the comments section because I'm not entirely sure how to word this, but I'm going to try my best. Seen a lot of people practicing at Fort William the last couple of weeks. It's open. Get the gondola. Do some runs. All good. Should there be a cut-off as to when riders can practice a track?
I'm sure there is, because I imagine they will change some. They will change further bits before the race, right?
Apparently there is some changes, but Adam Brayton posted a vlog showing the changes and riding the changes.
So there will be changes to the overall track, but I would.
You still think there'll be more? You still think there'll be more?
Well, I think after the Deer Gate, they always tend to like. There's options there in those woods, so they tend to like.
Interesting. So
in those woods, they tend to like wait until the end, but I don't know if I could be
even
wrong.
so, if you could practice
most of it,
50% of a track, you have, I'd say, a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, I remember people doing it in the past because
there used to be a national the week before.
There used to be a national week before, and then people used to go up before that. Yeah. And I remember there being a bit of controversy, a bit of like, "Oh, come on, mate, it's not a level playing field." I don't know if I agree with it.
Really?
Well, I kind of think downhill's downhill, and like if you could practice on the track, you're kind of crazy not to. Like,
yeah, I just don't know if there should be some sort of like tracks closed for 3 weeks, a month before.
I tell you what, also is interesting.
It's just my opinion, but that's.
I find this stuff mega interesting.
You do get faster,
yeah, which is proven by the semis times to finals.
Yes,
I mean actually that's an extra run. Which is so weird to think, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
An extra run in anger.
No, but what I mean is, if you practice a track, whether you've practiced it 3 weeks ago or the day before, that amount of knowledge that you've gained in that 3 weeks, the practice 3 weeks before is still in your head, and you still will go, in my opinion, you will be faster.
Yeah, we've talked to people before, and we've talked about how many runs you have on a World Cup weekend and how they limit the runs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think like ultimately all of these riders get up to speed really quite quick.
Yeah.
Within the like, there's not like everyone's like campaigning for more practice.
No,
do you see what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do agree with you.
So totally. I think like it is still a level playing field, even if you do go before. But then if you could just get like a mental edge or just feel a bit more like And also
bike setup is a big thing too. So let's say on practice it takes you 3 runs to get the bike dialed. If you can do three of those runs,
what do you think?
Weeks before, I think there should be a month.
A month?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then they should make track changes, because then it's literally it's the optimal level playing field. No one's ridden it. Track walk. We're all looking at it for the first time. You know, I can't say I agree with it, if I'm honest.
Do you not know?
No, because it's just.
So what percentage? If you had to say what you think, what advantage wise, what percentage advantage would you? You know what I mean? Just ballpark. Like, is it?
I reckon it's going to give you, if you've practiced that track, depending on, I don't know how your practice days have gone, whether you've got 5 runs, 10 runs, I don't know. I think it's going to give you a 10 to 15% advantage. Very rough numbers, but I think even if you can just get up to speed
in the first, do you mean run, in the first? Yeah. Do you mean?
But bike setup, optimal thing, bike setup.
Yeah.
If the conditions are similar and you've already done all of your testing on that track, and the bike's dialed going in, that's 2 runs, 3 runs, I don't know, that you've saved getting.
Yeah,
to that
I think you're right.
spot.
I think the 10 to 15% margin could be argued for the start of practice. I don't think because it doesn't get reflected in times, so it's not 10 to 15. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you could come into the start of practice being way quicker than everyone, and that has an effect like mentally on everyone. Maybe I don't know, dude. It's interesting though.
Yeah, I think so. I just personally don't agree with it.
So
it's just me.
But okay,
this
is. I find this interesting then, because if it's not stated in the rules, then what do you think about people doing it? Because they're not doing anything.
They're not doing anything wrong.
No,
they're not doing anything wrong. But if I was a racer, and like, let's say
There's an Australian round, not that there is one.
Yeah,
but
let's say there's Australian round. Yeah, exactly. And no one's making it over there.
Yeah.
But you're there, and you and a few homies and the team and stuff are getting practice in. that's an advantage. If I wasn't able to do that, I'd be like, that seems a bit off. To me.
What do they limit? They limit practice time in Formula One, don't they?
Not sure.
Like testing time, they do. They do, because the big teams were getting to... They're getting way more testing, and it creates this like big void.
Yeah. I think, like you say, I mean, I don't know what those guys think. They must not think it's a huge advantage. I mean, Amory's just been over. He could have gone and done some runs in Fort William. He chose to go home. Like, I
remember people kicking off about it before in the past, but you don't really hear it as much anymore.
No, and I wonder why. Is it because it hasn't been available, or...
Yeah, who knows?
Is it because we're maybe seeing it in Fort William more because we live here in the UK and it's the first round, which I don't think it ever has been. Do you know what I mean? And you're starting to see maybe also, I think it's a culmination of all these things, but like with social media now, you're starting to see riders actually put a video out and, post that, we're practicing at Fort William. It just seems to be more of a thing this year.
Yeah. There's a massive advantage, just the fact that you race it every year. Like if there was a new... I think, honestly, like everyone knows where the track's going in most of the rounds now, because you notice there's a different approach, I think, when it's a new venue, new track.
Poland's a new venue this year.
That'll
be interesting.
Yeah. Is that next
second round, I think, yeah.
Is it second round?
Yeah. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, there you go. But I feel like there's like a sense of urgency when they go to like new rounds and like to get stuff set up, because Fort William, every team that has raced there knows approximately what the bike's. I'm not going to pretend to know what it is, but I would imagine it'd be like a bit harder maybe, or because a lot of it is like motorway-ish, it's super fast. I don't know. I actually don't know about bikes set up for Fort William, but that they'll have all this data based on.
So what's your view on it? Should you be allowed to practice track the 2 weeks before a World Cup? Emphasis on World Cup, not a national, World Cup.
Mate, I agree that it would be a more level playing field.
If you couldn't.
I'm not sure it matters as much. I'm not sure that it matters. I think it could matter if there was like weather, delays, warnings. If you could only get two, imagine you could only get three practice runs in.
But you've been a few weeks before.
But fuck it, you know you've already done 10 a day for the last.
Yeah.
Then it's a massive. Then it does create like a.
Interesting to think, isn't it?
It is interesting, yeah. But I'm not sure if it affects our current. I'm not sure it currently affects. I mean, there's no way of knowing. But I'm not, I guess you could go through previous World Cups and you could be like, which people went and practiced there before, and just see if there's any.
I'd like to get an actual rider's perspective on it.
Be great, yeah.
Let's get Bernard on.
Yeah, he'll give us some perspective for sure. Won't he? He'll give us some perspective for sure. Right, I'm going to go through some of the other points that I.
Please, yeah. What else we got? And use the comment section too, please. Let's have a discussion.
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, it would be great actually.
One thing biking needs right now, it's community and it's stoke levels.
Yeah, and we could do with some direction as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what I think's interesting, but like everything you say, you miss out 5 things. So
we're trying our best.
Yeah, absolutely. Valleys off trek onto YT.
Yeah,
I do quite like it. Really, I like it that it's just. Hey man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
I shone like a Focus spring deal.
Oh,
yeah? That's
beautiful
good.
transition.
Right, I've got a question for you, David, to kick this final advert off.
Yeah.
What would you do with up to 400 euros if you got it back when buying a bike?
Ooh, I could stay in the bike shop and spend my 400 euros on accessories.
Good point. Support your local bike shop. Great point.
I could take the 400 euros and go to another shop close by, maybe buy 400 euros of pasta, maybe go to the Euro store, get 400 euros and just, that's Christmas done for eternity. Just keep handing them out every year.
Lottery tickets.
Yeah, beans.
Tyres. Chamois cream.
A new pet.
Perhaps a water dragon or an iguana. Lovely idea. Well, Focus are actually making that question a reality.
Nice.
Because with the Focus spring deals, you can grab up to 400 euros back when buying a new bike. If you want to find out more, check out the terms and conditions and all of the details in the link. We're going to put that below and I'm also going to read it out.
Please.
Okay, you ready for me to read it out?
Yes, I'm.
This is old school, innit? Reading out links.
Yeah, anticipation.
I'm going to do it anyway.
Please do it.
I'm doing it.
I want the deal.
Ride.focus.bikes Spring Deals TRC.
Ooh, nice. So that is ride.focus.bikes/Spring Deals TRC. And let us know in the comments what you would do with €400. Best answer wins a signed ODub hat.
Oh, I like it. Good.
All right.
I've got hats. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm good for that.
Okay.
Hey, can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah, love
We're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love on your face.
On my face?
Yeah.
So
and
they
on
can't see me now?
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.